So welcome back to our Coming Soon series. This is keeping you informed of the most exciting upcoming projects and most impactful news of the week here in San Diego. This week, we're talking about two major projects coming to San Diego, one in Little Italy and one in the Convoy District in Kearny, Mesa. Combined, these two projects are going to cost about $500 million. There's going to be a lot of housing involved. There is a $1 billion water plant coming to East County, San Diego, and we're going to discuss a questionable county budget here in San Diego County. Stay tuned. All right, so first up, we are talking about a 6-story, 531-unit residential project along the Convoy District on Convoy Street in Kearny, Mesa. This article is coming to you from the Union Tribune, and this, along with all the other articles, I'm going to link down in the info section below. And what's interesting about this location in Kearny, Mesa is located just east of Claremont here in San Diego. So it's still fairly central. You have a lot of access to freeways, really easy to get around. But this area, you can kind of see on the map here in Kearny, Mesa, it's right in the heart of Kearny, Mesa. This is really an industrial part of San Diego. In fact, the location for this project, they had to rezone it because it was originally only zoned for industrial use only. And this is going to be the only project of its kind in the Convoy District in Kearny, Mesa. And if you were to ask a local here in San Diego about Convoy Street and the Convoy District, what they would tell you is that it has the best Asian food in all of San Diego. Among other sorts of cuisine, they have Korean barbecue, ramen restaurants, noodles, dumplings. This is where you go to get that type of food in San Diego. So this project in particular is going to have 531 apartment units, and then it's also going to have ground floor, what they call shopkeeper units as well. This is going to be located right on Convoy Street, right along all the great restaurants and the walkability. So what they're trying to do here is really try and elevate the area. They're trying to make it feel a little bit more like Little Italy, where you have all the businesses on the bottom floor, and then you have these taller buildings with a little bit more density. But it creates more walkability. It draws in local businesses. And this is really what I like to see in San Diego. I love the mixed use buildings that can fit more people than single family homes, because as a growing city, as a growing county, we need more new construction like this. Now, the downside of what they're doing is these are apartments. They're not going to be for sale. They're only going to be for lease. And this is a trend I'm seeing in San Diego that I don't like. Seeing a lot of new build construction, some big apartment complexes that are not going to be for sale. Unfortunately, it has the negative of being apartment only, but new construction in San Diego, more homes available, is ultimately a good thing. They're starting construction on this project later this year, and they plan to have these apartments available in early 2025. And the next article I want to share with you today is a new water plant for East County, San Diego. This is coming to you from the San Diego Business Journal. This is going to be a $950 million project, almost $1 billion project that they're building. And the plan is it's going to have enough water for 500,000 people in San Diego, specifically East County, San Diego. In total, this plant is expected to cover 30% or roughly 30% of the drinking water in East County, San Diego, and scheduled for completion in the first quarter of 2026. Now, this is a good news because we have a drought here in California and in San Diego. I don't know if you've heard that, but we have a drought. We go through drought periods here in San Diego, and it's an issue that we need resolved because long term, we need to have these resources here for our growing population here in San Diego County. If you look at San Diego County as a whole, about 50% of our water is coming from the Colorado River. So it's not coming from San Diego. We're right along an ocean, so there's a lot of water available, but it's difficult to refine that ocean water. So we basically have three choices here in San Diego of where we're going to get our water from. Either we can outsource it, so it's coming from the Colorado River, which we're at the end of the line on the Colorado River. We can use salt water and we can refine that water. It's really difficult to do with reverse osmosis. There's a lot of challenges involved with that. The filters get clogged really easily. It's extremely expensive. And then you have this problem where you have all this water with extra salt content that you have to figure out what to do with. You can't just put that right back into the ocean. So there's a lot of challenges with reverse osmosis with salt water. Or we could refine our wastewater here in San Diego, which is exactly what this project is going to do. And to be honest, I think this is the future of where we're going to get our water here in San Diego. Not having to rely on outside sources, not having to rely on salt water, which is difficult to refine. We can use our wastewater. We can refine it here in San Diego. We'll have less water going out, more water coming in, and a lot more opportunity. The main challenge of this is just getting over people's perception of using wastewater as drinking water. But obviously, what goes out has to eventually come back in one way or another. So that is what this plant does. It is the second in San Diego. There is also Pure Water in Oceanside, which is currently providing about 20% of Oceanside's water supply. And then Pure Water is also planning on a bigger processing facility that is going to provide water for more than 40% of San Diego's water supply by 2035. So that is really interesting. That's what we're seeing. That's where it's going. And it's going to put us in a way better position as a county to have these resources available for our residents. And I'm curious, how do you feel about drinking wastewater, about reusing wastewater?
Drink it in, don't be shy.
It sure does give us more security on resources, but getting over that negative perception is the most challenging part. And the next story I want to talk about is the county's new $7.36 billion budget, which is highlighting mental health, homelessness, and environment. This is an article out of the La Jolla Light. This is interesting because it's basically going to be an increase of $126 million onto the physical budget for San Diego County, which is increasing it about 1.5% from the previous year. And you have Nathan Fletcher, the chair of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors, who said, quote, "We have made the largest investment ever in behavioral health services in the history of our county." So specifically, they're saying they're making an increase to the investments to help unsheltered San Diegans upgrade healthcare services, build more affordable housing, and protect neighborhoods from wildfires and wildfire risks. And just like all the other articles, I'm going to link it down below so you can read through and see what you think about this new budget. But when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, all right, these are great talking points. These are certainly issues that we have to get solutions to here in San Diego, but I'm not seeing enough of an investment to affordable housing, which is, I think, a measly $10 million. When you look at it as a whole, it's not going to do much of anything when the median home here in San Diego is $1 million. And the investment into helping homeless people in San Diego, helping get people off the streets, helping give them more services, helping put systems in place, because this population is increasing. This is a major issue we have here in San Diego. So I know this is a step in the right direction. It sounds like a step in the right direction for these issues, but I think we need a little bit more investment in them, and we need a better plan in place. And next up, we have a massive project coming to Little Italy called the Lindley.
You just said the same thing twice.
Lindley, Little Italy. I don't know why. That's too much of a mouthful. But check this out. $285 million project from Toll Brothers. This is one of the trendiest, if not the trendiest neighborhood in all of San Diego. It's going to be an absolutely stunningly beautiful project. So if you don't know, Little Italy in San Diego is where you go for a night out on the town. This is where foodies go to check out the best restaurants in San Diego. You have proximity to the San Diego Bay, to Balboa Park, to downtown San Diego, to the beaches. You have access to all that stuff not too far away from Little Italy. And that's exactly where they are going to build this new project. It's gonna be 37 stories with a mix of luxury apartments and extended stay hotel rooms. And I'm gonna be honest, I could just imagine from that location, the views that you're going to get of the San Diego Bay and of Balboa Park and of the skyline of downtown San Diego from a 37-story building there in Little Italy. They're going to have a rooftop lounge and a sky deck, and I really can't wait to see what that's going to look like. I think at the end of the day, this is an incredible building and project that's going to help elevate Little Italy as a local's favorite walkable community and as a tourist destination. And just like I was talking about on the Convoy project, there's a lot to like about this. There's a lot to like about the building. There's a lot to like about what it can do for the area. And at the end of the day, more housing is good, but you still have this issue of apartments versus being available for sale. So they're going to be for rent, not for sale. It's going to be luxury apartments. I don't know what they're going to cost, but I'm sure it's going to be a pretty penny. It's going to be an incredible experience, an incredible area, but we need more homes that people can buy. I want to see more people get home ownership here in San Diego. And unfortunately, this is not the project for that. The Lindley project plans to earn LEED Gold certification for all of its efforts in sustainability and expected to open by 2025. And next up, we have an interesting story about Apple and their takeover of Rancho Bernardo in San Diego. This is from the San Diego Union Tribune. Apple grows presence in Rancho Bernardo, now the largest tech tenant in the market. So this region of San Diego has historically been more of a biotech area, but we're seeing more and more tech companies move down here. And what we're seeing is instead of one main campus, a lot of times, with these older buildings and these older complexes here in San Diego, like here in Rancho Bernardo, Apple is opening 5 offices. They're planning to have them all available and ready for employees by 2023. And you can look back to 2021. Apple committed to increasing their San Diego workforce to over 5,000 employees. And this is a trend that we're seeing from some of these big tech companies. Google recently doubled their workforce. Amazon and Facebook both have offices down here in San Diego, and they're continuing to grow their workforce here in San Diego. And one thing I can tell you for sure is the region surrounding. You have Rancho Bernardo, you have Poway, even Scripps Ranch, Mira Mesa. These communities, they're going to continue to gain value and popularity. And because of these high-paying jobs coming to San Diego, one thing you can expect is this region, Rancho Bernardo, 4S Ranch, Rancho Penasquitos, Poway, even Mira Mesa, these areas are going to continue to grow in popularity because there's only so many homes in these areas. There's not a lot of new construction going on up there right now. You do have 3 Roots, which is not too far away, but these areas are already some of the most highly demanded areas in San Diego County. My expectation is that they're going to continue to grow in popularity. You certainly have a good investment in those areas. I'm curious, what do you think about more tech companies expanding to San Diego? Is this a good or is it a bad thing? And if you don't know by now, my team and myself, we're real estate agents here in San Diego. If you're looking to purchase or sell a home, we would love to help. My info is down below. Make sure to stay tuned for another coming soon episode, which I'm trying to do these weekly from this point forward, or check out the most recent episode right here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.